Hi, Acupressure and Wellness fans, it's Diego Roig, and I just wanted to talk with you today and share with you one cause of headache pain. And in this case, this cause of headache pain is from muscle tension patterns on the front of your neck. Now, this week I've been talking about text neck and how prolonged sitting at a computer, looking at content and data where we're not looking at our data at eye level, but we end up looking at data and content at a lower level and even way down here. And what happens is, over a period of time, the neck muscles tighten and shorten, and then the cervical spine begins to develop a semi-permanent to, in some cases, permanent curvature. And we don't want that. We don't want that curvature where we basically begin to look like vultures, And this, since I'm talking about these neck issues, I just wanted to spend a few minutes on the SCM muscle, and it's a muscle in the front of the neck, sternocleidomastoid muscle, and they just shortened it. They just call it the SCM muscle. But the SCM muscle, when I turn my head sideways, you'll see it coming across my neck really big. It's that muscle that really sticks out. It'll turn to the right. On me, it's more prominent on my right side, right there. But this muscle here, and I'll show you on my chart, has on average the development of about 7 trigger points, and it works really hard. It's one of the muscles that balances this big bowling ball we call a head on the toothpick, which is our neck. So this muscle's always working, and what happens is it just tightens up is what it does. And when you get trigger points in the SCM muscle, and they can come about from prolonged smartphone use and gaming, from sitting and playing with your iPad, sitting at a computer, a desktop computer. It can also get loaded with trigger points from a whiplash injury. You get hit from the back in a car, and then your neck does this motion. And what happens is it creates micro tears throughout muscles of your neck. But this sternocleidomastoid muscle, I just want to show you what it looks like here. And it's right here. Sternocleidomastoid muscle. See, you've got the front side of the muscle, 4 trigger points develop in this area. And then when they take away the front muscle to expose the back muscle, you see there are 3 trigger points which tend to form on that back muscle, just because it's working 24/7 pretty much, well, except when we're sleeping. But it's not that easy to release the trigger points in the sternocleidomastoid muscle, just because it's close to the femoral artery. But if you've ever had clinical massage, therapeutic massage done, you want the therapist to work on the front neck muscles, because it's great that they work on the back neck muscles, but everything in the body, there's always a counterbalance. And when you work on one side, for example, the back of the neck, you need to work on the front to draw balance and to release the muscle tension, which develops more on the front of the neck. Muscles in the front of the neck shorten and they tighten, and then they draw the head forward and they stretch out muscles in the back of the neck. So you need this SCM muscle worked on a lot if you have acute or chronic neck pain. And it's great work when it's done. You find a lot of relief. And if you have the trigger points or the headaches that develop from trigger points in the sternocleidomastoid muscle, I don't think I pointed that out, but you can see how the pattern, it radiates to the eye, very similar to the trigger point in the shoulder I spoke about a week ago, gallbladder 21, where it comes up the shoulder and radiates in the temporal area. This SCM muscle has a pattern that radiates into the cheek and around the eye. The back SCM muscle, when the front one is removed, the 3 trigger points there tend to refer this way. Yeah. So this is like headache sensation that comes from knots or trigger points in the front neck muscles. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. And until our next video, mahalo and take care.